As promised to those fellow independent writers and others interested, here's another update on what seems to have become my longest struggle in my struggling writer career. Will this book ever be born? My current project, my 11th book, and probably the last one that I will write, is still in the works. I've written about it before here on Mark's blog and posted it before here on Mark's podcast. It's been the most difficult writing task I've ever had. It took me over a year to get it started because I was having problems with the story. The idea was there and it was well defined. I just couldn't seem to put it into words. Finally, I gave up waiting and simply forced myself to sit down and start writing. Today, it's a little over half done. It's hard to explain if you haven't had the experience of writing a book, but as a project, it seems to take over your entire mind and it holds it prisoner until you get it done. You know it's taken over your life when it begins invading your activities. Case in point, 2 weeks ago, I attended a wedding during which there were readings done by several friends and relatives of the bride and groom. One reading just about knocked me off my chair. If I were to write a paragraph about the overall concept of this book I'm attempting to write, I could not have said it any better than the first reading at this wedding. It was from The Amber Spyglass, which is the third book in Philip Pullman's trilogy that includes The Golden Compass, you may remember a 2007 popular movie, and also The Subtle Knife. Here's the quote at the wedding. "I will follow you forever, whatever happens, till I die and after I die. And when I find my way out of the land of the dead, I'll drift about forever, all my atoms, till I find you again. I'll be looking for you, will, every moment, every single moment. And when we do find each other again, we'll cling together so tight that nothing and no one will ever tear us apart. Every atom of me and every atom of you will live in birds and flowers and dragonflies and pine trees and in clouds and in those little specks of light that you see floating in sunbeams. And when they use our atoms to make new lives, they won't just be able to take one. They'll have to take two, one of you and one of me. We'll be joined so tight." Well, hearing that, it sort of inspired me to get home and get working again. I have only about 150 pages to go, but that's enough of a challenge for the next few weeks, believe me, and I hope that my brain doesn't cave on me. This is my first novel that is not a mystery, and no one gets murdered either. Maybe that's why it's been so much harder to write. It's about the nature of true love, something I should be familiar with as I approach my 51st wedding anniversary. But it's not that easy. I have a tentative title and a tentative book cover, and as usual, it debuts on my blog, Mark's blog. The address is mk4567blog.wordpress.com. If you just go to markkuhn.com, there's a link there for it. Anyway, that's the update on the book. I'm Mark Kuhn. Thanks for listening.